Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the lodge, and welcome back. Today's video we are talking about none other than Stellar Blade, some of the latest updates, free DLC to come to the game, and I do believe the developers have soft confirmed Raven's return in Stellar Blade Part 2. Now, for those who may not know, Shift Up did announce that they are currently working on a sequel to Stellar Blade, but before we get into all of that and talking about Raven, I first just wanted to touch on some of these updates they made. Again, like I said, they've put up some free DLC. Like they said here, new quests will be added to the bulletin board. PS5 gamers get access first, and then on the 30th, PC gamers will gain access. And then at the end of the quest, a small gift awaits, and again, all for free. Additionally, again, before we get into Raven, some other updates have been made. A lot of patch fixes. If you guys want to pause and catch yourself up on these, they did do a lot of patches fixing some of the issues with the gameplay. But additionally, and if you are an OST enjoyer like I am, it looks like we have 6 newly arranged tracks based on existing music already. Essentially will be a thank you gift from Enya, and we have a new arrangement of the Song of Sirens, Star Descent, Arisa, Demo Crawler, Everglow, and Hypertube. Some of my favorites, especially these two. If you haven't heard them already, definitely worth checking out. And now that we've sort of covered those quick updates, let's talk about the main draw of today, and that is actually going to be that I believe the developers have soft confirmed Raven's return. So part of this free DLC, there's a dev room that you can unlock and discover where there's all sorts of Easter eggs and things lying around, like this figurine of Raven. And then when you pull it up, it reads, "Did you all like Raven? We originally designed Raven as someone consumed by hate, but we thought it would be more interesting to give Raven a unique purpose. We hope you'll continue to follow our troublemaker's story." So we all saw how Raven met her fate at the end of Stellar Blade, but since the ending of that game, fans like myself have speculated that Raven could be making a return in the future. In fact, I think she makes an incredible rival to our main protagonist, Eve. Now, in my opinion, I actually think one of the things that makes Raven so enjoyable is I actually think, even though she is, like this post says, consumed by hate, I actually think she very well may be the most human character in the universe of Stellar Blade. That her being consumed by hate and having all this anger and having that reaction to rejection, I think that, to me, was some of the most human emotion and one of the most human reactions and moments that we saw in the entirety of Stellar Blade. But, seeing as they say here, we thought it would be more interesting to give Raven a unique purpose. We hope you'll continue to follow our troublemaker's story. When we keep this in mind with the fact they announced they're working on the sequel, I think a lot of us who love Raven and want to see Raven come back, I think we can all feel pretty good, pretty bullish on the idea of Raven's return when we consider the sequel, plus the way this Easter egg is teasing that her story is going to continue. Now again, maybe we just find more legacy accounts that Raven left behind, but I'm willing to bet they're going to go a step further than that, and that Raven, whether through some kind of reconstruction, is going to find a way to re-manifest into the world of Stellar Blade and be an obstacle standing in our way yet again. Again, I thought the Raven boss battle is one of the best fights in the game. The showdown between her and Eve during that final act, I think, is one of the best scenes in the game. And I think what makes Raven so interesting and maybe even necessary for the future of Stellar Blade is that Raven uniquely has the ability to bring out the worst in Eve. And I actually think that's very important to see. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video there. You guys let me know what you think. Are you as convinced as I am that this plus the sequel means we can expect to see Raven come back? You let me know. But until then, you all be good out there. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.